Welcome to the Ancient Art Gallery channel. Ancient Art Gallery channel presents Dirty Little Secrets Women Keep from Men.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe Ancient Art Gallery. Before you view our video, please take a moment to subscribe Ancient Art Gallery YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button, then tapping the bell icon, so that you will be the first one to know we posted a new video.
To men, women are kind of magical creatures. We always show up smelling nice, our hair is soft, our skin is soft, we pull together outfits that make you drool, and we always just emerge from the bathroom ready to go and looking fabulous. We try our best to put forth a certain image, but, let's get real for a second, a lot of that is just smoke and mirrors. Sure, it's the real us. We've just conveniently left out the fact that, before we showed up for date night looking absolutely gorgeous, we got our mustache waxed and found the perfect pair of Spanx to rock under our new dress. We tell you that we spent hours talking with our BFF over coffee, but just fail to say that we spent almost the entire time having a deep conversation about The Bachelor. I mean, men don't need to know everything, right? There are some things a lady just wants to keep to herself. So, while honesty is always the best policy, and communication is a crucial thing in any relationship, romantic or otherwise, there are still quite a few dirty little secrets that we just don't want men to know, and here are just 15 of them. We're on our worst behavior on girls' night. Okay, so you thought you were up to no good when you were having beer with the boys? You think girls just sit around and sip a glass or two of wine and swap stories when girls' night comes around, that it's way tamer than any guy's night out could be? Good, that's exactly what we want you to think. Girls' night is the time where a woman sneaks a cigarette when she hasn't had one in months and months just because it feels so good and rebellious. Girls' night is where you realize you can, indeed, drink an entire bottle of wine yourself, and you certainly will. Girls' night is where you put on your most scandalous outfit to make sure that you've still got it, and dance up a storm in the club just because you can. We dish about everything in our lives, we have way too much fun, and we don't want you to know about any of it. We have the same bodily functions. We blame the whole notion that women don't sweat, they merely glow, for really solidifying the stupid idea that women don't have natural bodily functions the same way that men do. Look, we get it. Women don't joke about poop and farts the way that guys do, because frankly, we don't find it that hilarious and we don't find it that fascinating a topic of conversation. In fact, many women are embarrassed to do anything like farting or dropping a deuce anytime near their partner, at least in the early stages of their relationship. However, look, though there are some biological differences between women and men, both still need to eliminate waste from their bodies, so yeah, we do all the same disgusting things you do. We just don't want you to know about it because, well, we're ladies. We'll wait until you've left the room and we're in total privacy to pass gas, obviously. We love me time. Many women get accused of being way too clingy and needy, of always wanting to tag along with their guys and of always complaining that their boyfriends don't make enough time for them. And sure, there are probably some of those types of women out there, however, they're far more rare than men like to think. To a man, the world revolves around him, so obviously that woman is going to be just waiting around for him, right? Nope, not at all. Don't get us wrong, we love spending time with you, we wouldn't be dating you if we didn't. However, Me time is a wonderful and sacred thing to a woman. Sure, we could go shopping together, but then we'd have to deal with your whining. We could try out that new cafe in town, but then we'd have to deal with your complaints that the place is pretentious and the scones are minuscule. We just want some me time to enjoy the stuff we know you won't like anyway. We grow hair everywhere, while men can just let their hair grow anywhere it wants to, from their legs to their chest to their face. Women are held to a bit of a different standard. And yes, there are some biological differences. For example, women can't grow thick facial hair the way that men can, and they don't grow chest hair. However, there are plenty of other parts of our body where we have hair, even though we wax it carefully to make sure you don't know anything about it. For example, many women have some hair above their lip, and even the odd rogue near their chin or jawline. Hair grows on the top of women's toes, it grows on our legs, it grows a lot of places that you never know about because we're hyper-vigilant about making sure everything is always smooth. Once you get comfortable in a relationship, most women are okay with letting their partner feel a little bit of stubble on their legs from time to time, but you'd better believe no woman wants their partner to find about the random weird hair they plucked that morning. That purse, dress, etc. cost way more than we told you. Look, unless your guy is an absolute fashionista who knows and values designer labels, the type who regularly splurges on his own wardrobe, if he's just a regular guy, chances are, he just won't get certain things involving shopping. Every woman knows that when you tell your guy how much some time cost, you will fudge the truth just a little bit. You don't shave off hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but you'll probably say something cost 30% less than it actually did. Or, you'll say it was on sale, it totally wasn't. You'll say that killer face mask you adore and use every Sunday is only $10 for the jar, it's really $50. You get the point, we're just tired of having to defend why something cost as much as it did. It's called quality, babe, so we just tell a little white lie and keep the actual price our little secret. Our shoes hurt so badly, whether Carrie Bradshaw is your spirit animal and you feel naked without at least a 3-inch heel, or you just love to rock stilettos for certain occasions because it makes you feel sexy or powerful. The fact is that many women wear heels on a semi-regular basis. And when you tell us that our plans include a fair bit of walking, or that we'll have to be standing for some of the night, and advise us to wear comfortable shoes, we will paste on that smile and chirp that actually, these 4-inch heels are totally comfortable. There are certain things that help when it comes to shoe comfort. Most women know that a slightly pricier heel is often constructed with more care and thus more comfortable. However, let's be honest, every heel hurts after a certain amount of time, but we would rather grit our teeth and bear it than admit that to you men. We've probably stalked you online, okay, we blame the internet for this one. Before the internet existed, women really had no way of finding out more about a guy. Sure, if they had some mutual friends, they could grill them a little bit, but you couldn't really find out all the dirt until a few dates, and nowadays, it's an entirely different ballgame. Depending on how involved a guy is with social media and how guarded they are online, with a simple search, we can find out everything from where you vacationed with your perky blonde ex-girlfriend to where you worked to the fact that you were a beer bong champion in college. Women are the masters when it comes to digging up all the dirt. However, we know that it's weird to spend that much time looking you up online, so we'll pretend to not know all those things we dug up when you bring them up in conversation during a date. Our BFF knows everything about you, everything. There's a lot of things that many women wouldn't choose to spill in the middle of a larger group of girlfriends, but mark our words, there is absolutely nothing that our BFF does not know. Our BFF knows that mean thing you said to us a month ago. Our BFF knows the size of your, assets. Our BFF knows absolutely everything. So, while we'll reassure you that we absolutely promise to never share something with anyone, what we really mean is that we won't share it with anyone but our BFF. And it goes both ways. Our BFF tells us all the details about the guy she's seeing or the drama she's going through, so frankly, it would be rude not to return the openness and honesty. Plus, it's kind of nice to have one person that you know you can tell absolutely anything to and they'll still be on your side. We wear your clothes, a lot. Every now and then, when you're around, we'll pull on an article of your clothing. Perhaps it's just to cover up quickly while we putter around doing a few things. Perhaps it's because we're freezing cold and really want to snuggle in your hoodie, etc. However, for every time you see us rocking something of yours, there's about 10 times that we do it and you don't see. Look, we love our own clothes, we carefully choose them, we know they're flattering, and they make us feel great. We know that wearing a shapeless t-shirt or sweater doesn't exactly do much for our figure. There's just something about it that makes us feel happy and safe and comforted, though, especially if the piece of clothing in question still smells like you. We won't tell you because we don't want to seem weird and sappy, but we do it all the time. We'll probably never tell you our real number. Women are great conversationalists, and if the topic of what your number is, something that really has no positive outcome in any situation, so we're not sure why people insist on having that conversation, we'll almost certainly make sure you go first. That's because we're planning to adjust our number based on what you said. For example, if you confess that your number is very, very low, we might shave a few off our own. If your number is astronomical, thanks to your younger, Casanova days, we might add a few because we feel weird that ours is so low in comparison. Plus, there are certain encounters in a woman's life that she just doesn't count, whether it's because it was a rebound mistake or because it lasted for so little time that it basically didn't happen. Listen, don't bother making us tell this lie, just don't ask this question because no good can come of it, ever. You've made her cry more times than you'll ever know. Women get stereotyped as being overly emotional and way too sensitive, so more often than not, we try not to let men see us crying about silly things. However, this applies to relationship things as well. Men aren't exactly masters at taking a hint or picking up on the subtleties of a situation, so chances are, that comment you made that you didn't really give a second thought to might have led to us shedding a few tears behind the privacy of a closed door. Perhaps we'll cry to our BFF, perhaps we'll just cry solo when you're gone, perhaps we'll cry in front of you and then blame it on something else. Whatever the reaction, you've probably made a few comments or done a few things that have led to some tears. We don't want you to know because, well, we want to be strong, independent women, and we don't like admitting that your offhand comments stung so badly. We lied about liking that thing. For the most part, we're honest about our passions. After all, they're part of what make every woman unique and, well, who she is. However, at some point, every woman has told a white lie about liking something that she actually can't stand. Maybe he takes you on a date to an Indian restaurant and you rave about how good the vindaloo is even though you really hate spicy food and don't particularly like Indian food. Perhaps you agree to watch Sunday football with him once and, after a comment, he assumes that you love football just as much as he does, and though you're bored to tears, you can't bring yourself to correct him. Sometimes, men just get so happy at the idea that you share one of their passions that you can't bring yourself to crush that for them. So you put on those hiking boots, drag your butt up a mountain, and pretend to like it. We wear unsexy undergarments sometimes. Look, we would love nothing more than to wear delicate, barely there lace lingerie underneath our clothes all the time. Women don't buy that stuff solely to appease men, they also just love feeling sexy for themselves. However, unlike men's clothing, women's clothing has a lot of logistics involved. Sometimes, you have a dress that requires a specific kind of underwear to avoid a panty line. Other times, you need a very specific bra so that there aren't straps and bands hanging out of your super sexy top. So, while most women have some sexier items in their lingerie drawer, we also have a lot of nude-colored, highly elasticated stuff that is designed for wearing under specific garments. And honestly, they're not particularly sexy, so we'd rather you just didn't know about those compression grandma panties and boring old beige bras. We'd rather you just imagine us in sexy black lingerie all the time. A small part of us likes when you're jealous. Okay, we know, jealousy is an awful thing that can tear relationships apart. No woman wants a crazy, violent, jealous guy who controls her every move. That's a dangerous situation that, if faced with it, every woman should try to get out of ASAP. However, women have plenty of self-doubt and days when we just don't feel that gorgeous, so sometimes, it's nice to feel desired. Especially if you've been in a relationship for a while and that initial crazy spark has began to dull a teeny bit. There's a part of us that likes when another guy obviously finds us attractive and it ruffles your feathers a little. We want to be strong, independent women, and we know we're not your possession, but sometimes, that caveman territorial thing can be kind of sexy. We would never tell you that, because we don't want you to be jealous 24/7, but every now and then, it's kind of nice. We don't always hate catcalls. Catcalls are a tricky issue, because a lot of the time, they can be really scary for women. Sure, there's the fact that many of them are demeaning, but there's also the larger issue that women don't know if a particular man catcalling will get aggressive if she doesn't respond to him in the way he wants. So a lot of the time, catcalls put women on edge and make us wish we were anywhere but in that situation. However, we have a dirty little secret that we would never tell you. Sometimes, catcalls can be a confidence booster. It's terrible to say, but on those days when you just don't feel super fabulous and you think your hair is gross and your outfit isn't working and you're looking bloated, well, having someone shout that you're looking so fine can be a nice boost. We would never tell this to a man because then they'd start catcalling all the time, thinking they were doing us a favor.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe Ancient Art Gallery. Before you view our video, please take a moment to subscribe Ancient Art Gallery YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button, then tapping the bell icon, so that you will be the first one to know we posted a new video.